Was your Tyler's back with my SpongeBob SquarePants Sponge Out of Water review. This is the second SpongeBob SquarePants movie I reviewed on the channel. The first one was the first one. Funny, huh? The first one in 2004. A few months back. Now I'm doing this one. As I promised. Now we're going to do another trilogy movie review. Well, sort of, but we'll get to that after this. Yeah. Now the release dates are January 28th of 2015 in Birmingham, but February 6th here in the United States. So yeah. And it's also this. There will be a third SpongeBob movie, which will be Sponge on the Run, which was released in 2020. Which I will get to that probably next month. Who knows? Anyways, how was this movie? It was great, but compared to the first one, it was not the best, but it was still great. Anyways, let's get to the plot of this movie. And of course, this is the fourth SpongeBob review I've done on this channel. I did the first movie. Actually, I did SpongeBob and Sponge Out of Water in February. Then the first movie, which now I got on DVD, finally. And I did Battle for Bikini Bottom. Not Volcano Island, that was the other Nickelodeon game, which features SpongeBob in it, but with other Nickelodeon characters like Danny Phantom and Timmy Turner. Great game. I'll rank those four probably soon, but anyways. And now this movie. Anyways. As the film opens, a pirate named Burger Beer travels to the Bikini Isles where he's operating a magic book that has the power to make any text written upon its reel. The book tells the story of SpongeBob SquarePants and his adventure in the underwater city of Bikini Bottom. This is a completely different plot than the first movie, because remember the first movie when the Krusty Krab 2 was a thing? Yep. Not existed in this movie. Which I know it was not going to be around much longer, because they're not going to have another Krusty Krab in that movie in the seasons to come. SpongeBob works at Mr. Krabs at the Krusty Krab's fast food restaurant, where he cooks Krabby Patties. SpongeBob has spent several years protecting the secret formula of the Krabby Patty from Plankton, the owner of the rival Chum Bucket. Which you know. One day, Plankton attacks the Krusty Krab. Hello? Okay. They attack the Krusty Krab in an attempt to steal the formula for the 1 millionth time, by the way. After a battle involves giant foods and combat, Plankton forgets surrender and uses a dolly of himself to gain access to Krab's vault. Plankton steals the formula, leaving a fake domain, or a robot basically of himself, in place. SpongeBob catch Plankton and they fight over the formula, which abruptly disappeared. And yeah. Without the secret formula, Krabby Patties cannot be made, and the customers become Ravos, although Mr. Krabs believes Plankton is responsible. SpongeBob knows Plankton's innocent. The two escape Krabs by flying away in a soap bubble. Bikini Bottom is swarmed cruise to a wasteland due to the absence of the Krabby Patties. After a struggle between Burger Beard and some seagulls, a page of the book is declining in the ocean and lands on Sandy Cheek's tree dome. Now here's where this whole thing is different compared to the first movie, because in the first movie, Plankton steals King Neptune's crown and thinking it was Mr. Krabs who did it. But this is a completely different story to this. SpongeBob proposed teaming up with Plankton. Yeah, we already know. SpongeBob and Plankton, they're always sometimes friends or enemies, or I refer to them as frenemies, to find the formula. And two decided to travel back in time the moment before the formula disappears. SpongeBob and Plankton ruins a machine and travels into the future, where they meet Bubbles, a magician dolphin who, spoiler alert, he never appears in any of the other SpongeBob seasons after this movie. Just gotta point that out. Because this is his only appearance in a SpongeBob. In SpongeBob, that's the only. Who acts as an overseas of the galaxy and eventually gets him fired after escaping a furious Bubbles. SpongeBob and Plankton retrieve the formula from the past, but on returning their time, they discovered that it's a fake one previously left by Plankton. A deranged Sandy sacrificing SpongeBob to appear the sandwich gods of Krabby Patties as the town attempts to do the later attempts. The crowd that he smells Krabby Patties, which Mr. Krabs also smells. The town's folks follow the secret where it lays to the surface. Bubbles return, tells SpongeBob that he hates his job and is grateful that he was fired. He replies, SpongeBob by granting him his friends to a ability to breathe on land in order to follow the smell. A team now animated in CGI, which of course they're gonna have to be CGI, lands on a beach and discovers that smell leads to Burger Beard's ship, which he combines into a food truck. Burger Beard is revealed to have stolen the formula, unless the magic book. He then used the book to banish the group to an island full of peasants. SpongeBob used the page Sandy had to transform himself and the others into superheroes, which is actually a really cool thing. They return and find Burger Beard, who drives away with the formula and gave chase during the initial battle. The team destroyed the book, but Burger Beard managed to overpower them. Plankton appears as a muscle-bound hero who almost looks like the Hulk and attacks Burger Beard. With SpongeBob's help, the two reclaim the formula and sent Burger Beard flying to Bikini Island. The gang used the final page to return to Bikini Bottom with the Krabby Patties back. The city returns to normal, and Plankton resumes his role of business rival and villain. In the final scene, Burger Beard, along with the others, sing the SpongeBob SquarePants song. Of course, Plankton doesn't get the formula. There are some like it's supposed to be like a wasteland type of Bikini Bottom, which is pretty unique, I thought, in this movie. There was just like when Patrick says, "I found SpongeBob," and he doesn't, and yeah, they run away. And the whole thing with the future realistic thing. And by the way, Bubbles, the dolphin, never appears ever again after this movie. He never appears in the episodes of SpongeBob. I think. I don't think he does. And there you go. This movie wasn't as great as the first one, like I mentioned. But I give it an A minus. The first one I give it like an A plus, perhaps. Who knows? But yeah, I'm just gonna give them grades for movies. But for video games, they're gonna be the same actually. Now, this is the next sort of trilogy review because I cannot do the other two. It's Halloween month. I'll do my Halloween 94 review probably on Tuesday. But Thursday, I'm going to do the entire Friday the 13th, well, sort of trilogy. Why I'm saying sort of because they only list the eight movies on here. You can't barely get see it. Here we go. Friday the 13th with my... If you probably never noticed this till now because that's my cousin. Well, not really my cousin. It's Kane Hodder, you know. My last name is Hodder. So that's my cousin who plays Jason Voorhees. So yeah, all the first 8 Friday the 13th movies I'm going to do for Halloween month. With a continuation of the 1995 year review also. So yeah, like... So, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, which is called the final chapter for some reason, but it continues to part 5, which is New Beginning, or, yeah, and a few others, so it leads all the way to part 8, which is Jason Takes Manhattan, so yeah. So anyways, so you're going to see these for the rest of October. To continuation of my 1995 interview, which, again, don't be expected to be over by this month. I'll do my Halloween 94 review on Tuesday. But anyways, tomorrow will be my Raw review. And yeah, like this video, comment down below. If you're new to this channel, subscribe, and bye.